Sedgwick has been a partner of ours for as long as I've been here. I've done many projects with Sedgwick.
It's not all about just selling furniture for Sedgwick. What we're trying to do is develop the rapport and the relationship, or continue to develop this with the University of Rochester. And if you can't tell by the passion in my employees, which is really what we're trying to demonstrate. And we've got people that make this happen, and without them, it wouldn't be what it is today.
I've been here with the company for 4 years, so that's how long I've been working with U of R, and Brenda's going on
10. I've been here 10 years.
I just want to focus on the U of R because they are such a great account.
I like the atmosphere. I like our connection with the customers.
They're such a wonderful people to work with.
We're fully integrated. It's a thing where I know on any given day I'm working with U of R.
We're doing stuff for the University of Rochester every single day, 5 days a week, so it's pretty important.
My warehouse is full of U of R furniture. We're always going there. We've got a truck there at least a few times a week.
I feel Sedgwick is a full-service company.
I would say the most important thing that we do with the University of Rochester is have our own in-house service team. We're very good at our service.
What's most important is service after the sale. And whenever we've had a problem, whether it was 6 months later or even a year later or more, a simple call, and if there was a problem, it was rectified.
I think one of our bright shining stars is our service team.
If they're having an issue as far as something's not working correctly, they're really excited to see me to come there and address this problem and get it fixed quickly.
We have customers at the university that just really enjoy working with certain installers.
I know several people that we speak to regularly by name. They know me by name.
We're at Rochester Tech Park doing a job for the University of Rochester.
You're going to see a lot of guys working hard, unloading a truck.
It all comes broke down in boxes.
Probably 300 pieces, maybe 400.
What's important, especially on a job this size, is staging. Having an area to stage everything and make sure we can access the stuff that we need first, because it goes in stages.
I love dreaming or contemplating or trying to foresee what's to come in the future.
Typically, the Herman Miller product sells itself.
Herman Miller is a great company. They're just well known for being innovative. They're the first in a lot of things. They're not a follower.
They provide a tremendous amount of resources that nobody else does.
At the core of our research and development philosophy is human-centered design. We care how the user interfaces with what they're doing, more than the technology, more than the trends. We're making products that humans interact with.
In the late 80s, early 90s, I got involved with Herman Miller. I went out and saw what they are, their philosophy, who they are, and I think it's an alliance with who I am.
The Living Office, which is a new concept by Herman Miller, which is very, very new, and we're excited, and it's the Living Office, so we're all one big happy family.
I love my chair that I sit in, my mirror chair. I've sat in a mirror chair for a very long time. Everybody would love to have an Eames lounge chair someday.
Some of it's kind of funky looking, some of it's real colorful. A lot of the later stuff we've been working on is pretty nice, all of it. A lot of the newer office furniture that we're getting in, the desks, stuff like that are real nice looking.
I love the sit-to-stand tables. They're just so practical. People can work at them all day, stand up, sit down.
In the first week, one of the students here told me library is the best place to take a nap because the sofa here is so comfortable.
There was one project where the department heads had the students write down what they would like to see in this particular area.
I love the way these chairs are placed.
Students love the lounge areas. They like the flexibility of being able to move things around.
I like the rolly chairs. They're nice.
I like how everything in here you're able to move around.
The chairs that can roll and be easily moved are a very big benefit.
Teachers, professors, educators are pushing the boundaries to shift some of the dialogues that are happening within a classroom environment. The furniture and the technology within that space really need to be appropriately selected so that the teacher or the facilitator feels like they can take an active role in changing it and making a dynamic learning environment.
I had one at Easton School of Music one time that a woman actually cried It was for a recital space that hadn't been finished since they had built the building many years before. It was getting a little haggard. We did new seating and stuff like that in there, and she just, when it was all done, she said, this is what the graduates deserve, because that's where they go to have their last recital. And she just started crying, and she just was real emotional about how special it was for them, and that's what they deserved.
Your only limitation is your imagination. I mean, the designs are endless.
I find their design service second to none.
As a designer, you try very hard to listen to what people's needs are.
The key thing to me is you gotta listen well.
As much as we wanted, to do it ourselves, of course, it is, at the end of the day, it's very important that our customer, is happy with the finishes that they get and the products that they're going to get from us.
But isn't that they just come in, look at what the situation is, and go ahead and give us a solution?
I appreciate a process. I understand what has to happen with the process and why.
We speak the same language. We kind of have an understanding of what their expectations are.
I just did FF Thompson, which is a women's health center. We put everything out, we gave them options, and they were like, I just don't know. And I thought, it must be your color scheme. Something's really off. So we brought out this really beautiful blue fabric. Lights went off, fireworks went off. They're like, yes, that was the answer.
It's like a puzzle, figuring out what is going to work for everybody.
So the fact that we came in and were like, maybe you like this color better, all of a sudden the furniture made sense, the palette made sense, and then everything fell into place.
We even do a little bit of dirt over there, don't we? Yeah.
Dirt?
Which is, it's the glass walls that we built here. And they all love that. Everybody likes to see that come together.
Dirt's motto is build better.
This one extrusion can support 750 pounds per 4 feet.
Drywall is actually going to be 100 years old next year. So using the computer program we have, we are revolutionizing construction, and the product is made to fit. So everything is custom. Custom is standard.
The University of Rochester is a very important piece of our business from the university side as well as the medical side.
There's a lot of research out there about the healing environments of hospitals. In the Empathy Project, they interviewed adults, staff, and children and asked them the 10 top things that they think about when they think about coming to a hospital. And the list is astounding.
Well, it was pretty exciting when I first started. We did the Golisano Hospital.
It is the largest project in the university's history, $190 million when we're all said and done, and it was historic.
Oh, the Children's Hospital is beautiful. It's just so nicely done.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a nice job to work on. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Probably one of my most favorite buildings I've seen yet.
It's very sophisticated, very well thought out.
We decided to develop a theme for our children's hospital and bring what we thought would create that healing environment. So every floor in our building is a landscape. We decided to bring the outdoors in. So starting on our ground level, we have lakes and waterways. Our NICU is our meadow. The 6th floor will be gardens, parks, the city, and so every floor speaks to that theme. Now all you need to know when you come to the hospital is what's your floor, what's your landscape, and you can easily, you see that icon, you know exactly where you're supposed to be. A project this size, you can't just give to anybody. It needed to be spectacular.
The amount of effort they put in was incredible.
I think over the years we've gained great trust because people believe in what we do.
Contrasted with the sadness of any child having to be in the hospital, it's nice to know that our furniture is being used and hopefully the kids enjoy, just being surrounded by such a great environment.
My first daughter had a double lung transplant, and we went to the U of R, and they were fantastic.
You don't really feel like you're in a hospital because you think of what hospitals have been in the past.
I can recall being younger and going to places. They're so intimidating, and they, they're just white and, it's sterile. You just don't want to be there.
Most people don't want to see the inside of a hospital ever. Everyone wants to see the inside of our hospital. So I think from that standpoint, we really achieved the goal.
Being a part of that project is huge, not only to the children in this community, but also to the different vendors that get a chance to participate. It's a beautiful facility. It means a great deal, and we're really proud of what we've done.
What we do helps the business world work.
I see ourselves as facilitators of change, and with those come discovery, come learning, come creativity and healing.
It's been a long-term relationship.
Maybe going on 10 years.
Yeah, the new growth all over U of R, they're doing great. If we keep on being a part of that, it can kind of bring a lot of satisfaction to what we do, and that actually means a lot to me coming from like a Rochester native, so I want to do the best I can for my local university.
U of R definitely keeps us busy, and we all love working for them.
We do a lot of work for them, and it's cool that we have that relationship with them to keep it going.
I love to also be doing more work in the future, and I really appreciate all the work that they have shared with us.
If you think about the relationship, it's like a family, that kind of thing.
Everybody here at the university has just been wonderful to work with.
The relationship that I have with the folks at the U of R is like nothing I've ever seen before in a partnership or relationship with a company.
So it's just always there, there's always a need, so that's why there's a partnership. It's not something that happens once and it goes away. It's, we'll always need them, they'll always need us, and we keep rolling along right into the future.